Stop waiting for doctors to save you, okay? Your health is up to you. Remember, these doctors have not been through what you're going through. They've only read about it. So how would you rely on someone who's never actually even been through something like what you went through? And this is something that I realized real early in the game when these doctors were giving me advice. They were saying, you're gonna be sick the rest of your life, or these are the only supplements that'll work, or it's gotta be heavy metal poisoning, or it's gotta be this, it's gotta be that. I kept relying on these doctors to save me. And I kept being let down over and over and over again. I felt like, man, no one can help me. I'm hopeless, blah, blah, blah. But then I realized eventually, guess what? Who was gonna save me? Me. I was gonna save me. And it was up to me to save me. It wasn't up to some doctor, it wasn't up to some guy over in a white coat. It wasn't up to them, it was up to me. And I had to buy into this relationship with my higher power, knowing my higher power could save me, it could guide me. I started to rely on God, I started to rely on my intuition, I started to rely on my common sense, not someone who studied something that I was going through and haven't even been through it themselves, right? So stop relying on doctors to save you. You have to do this yourself. You got to change your diet. You got to investigate if your house has mold. You got to be willing to change your thoughts. You got to be willing to change your behaviors. You can't simply be looking for the next pill to get you to go back to the life you were living before you got sick. Because guess what? That life you were living led you to being sick, right? So the solution is not another pill, because that just enables you to keep making the wrong decisions that led you to be sick in the first place, and you will be forever dependent on that pill or dependent on some other pill when that pill stops working. So you can't be saved by doctors. You can just be enabled by them. They will not teach you how to actually live a healthy life. They will not teach you how to live a preventive lifestyle that will keep you from getting sick. They will just try to, quote unquote, mask the symptoms when you get sick, right? So it enables you to keep making the wrong decisions over and over again. If you want to grow mentally, physically, spiritually, you got to look at what you're doing and how it's causing your problems, right? And this is absolutely critical. What do we eat? Am I eating eggs, dairy, nuts and seeds every day, gluten, meat twice a day, you know? Am I living in a house that has mold, mycotoxins, fungal fragments, you know? Do I have past trauma that I haven't dealt with? Do I think negative thoughts about myself? Am I in attack in my own mind? Am I thinking ahead, constantly protecting myself from things? All these things can contribute to symptoms and illness. And you know, the reality is your doctor can't save you from any of that. It can't save you from eating the wrong foods, living in a moldy house, thinking the wrong thoughts, not having faith in a higher power, not believing you're gonna get better. All those things contribute to illness, and they cannot be stopped simply from a pill, okay? Sometimes you can mask them temporarily, but they will manifest again, especially if you have a chronic illness. And this is what I've learned. So you gotta save yourself. You gotta ask God to save you. You gotta start believing in something other than the doctors if you wanna heal. And then you got to be aware of your decisions and how your decisions are affecting how you're feeling. Don't buy into the next supplement, the next pill, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I've got 100 different supplements I could recommend. And yes, a lot of them work, but none of them work really well until you get out of your own way and stop self-sabotaging. So go to my website, endsickness.org. I got hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos on there teaching you how to heal yourself. Take care.